Good morning everybody, my name is Robin and welcome to my channel BirdsEyeStitches. This is a channel about cross stitch, so if you are new here then welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here and I hope that you are here because you have a love of cross stitch. If you are returning, as always, thank you so much for coming back. I love to hear from you, love to see you, and just thank you for spending your morning or afternoon or evening or whatever time you're watching some Flosstube with me today. All right, today is August the 1st. Woo, August. I love August. To me, August is sunshine and sunflowers and that time of the year where it's still summery and warm, but you're just starting to kind of shift to maybe some more fall. And here in Arizona, it's usually when the monsoons come, so we might get a tiny bit of rain. August is usually when we do vacations. I mean, technically my daughter actually started school last week, all online of course, but she started last week. So really this year, August is not summer vacation at all. But in my mind, August is vacation and sun and fun and it's my birthday month. So, you know, I might be a little bit biased, just a little, but it's a great month, great month. So plus, August 1st happened to fall on a Saturday, which is the day that I was filming. And to me, that is just, it's a good Flosstube omen. It's a good planning omen. Maybe good and omen is the wrong way to phrase that, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Okay, what do we have today? I didn't have all that much stitching in the last couple weeks. I do have some whips to show you, but going through my July, I had not a single finish in July, which is not so great. I will have finishes in August because I am close. I'm close to a few different finishes, but July was kind of a wash. I didn't get in my stitching planner hardly at all. I wasn't logging. I was barely stitching. It was a crazy month. A lot of that crazy has died down, hallelujah, and now it's August 1st, so start over. Mini plans for August. So I'll show you what I did work on. 2 whips. I have Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow was first. You know I am part of the Hawk Run Hollow group on Facebook, and on that Facebook group, a friend of mine, Andrea, said, hey, July's coming. We're all doing Jolly July or Christmas in July, or at least a lot of us are. Let's stitch Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow. I didn't even love this pattern originally, but then I heard about there being a Sal, and then I started seeing all the pictures, and then it grew on me. And here it is. I now had to do it. So I am not stitching mine exactly like this. I like about 8 of the 12 squares, enough to devote the time to stitch them. Plus my fabric was not quite big enough to do it all in one big swoop. So I am doing 2 blocks of 4. So I'm stitching 8 of the 12 blocks. I am starting with this block here. Why I decided to start with this massive house is beyond me. I honestly think it's because I like the gate, and that's the part I'm stitching right now is the gate. So I'm starting with this block. My room right now this room is a disaster. You can't completely tell. It's looking a little messy back here, but all around me is stitchy stuff. My dog bed, because I work in this room during the week when I work from home, and my dog likes to hang out next to me on this dog bed. I have an area for the cat because we now have a cat to sleep, and so they both have their spot. I have boxes, I have calendars. I'm gonna not look at this mess and just look here. Okay, sorry. Back to stitching. This huge piece of fabric, kind of cattywampus here. Don't know what size this Q-snap is. Size huge. It will eventually be full of this. For now, it is full of this. So I really wanted to have this gate done by the end of this week, but it just 100% did not happen. So I did get this part done. It's looking beautiful. I love the colors together. I love that my counting is on, which is fantastic when you're stitching a giant square. It's always nice when it adds up. And so far my gate is matching up perfectly. So that is where we're at. This is stitched on a giant piece of BeStitchMe fabric. The color is S'mores, which I don't love brown, but I love this brown. This is a great fabric. So the color is S'mores. It's a 32 count Lugana. I'm stitching it 2/2 with, for the most part, the called for DMC. Now, when I started kitting this up, I did do an order for 1, 2, 3 stitch for some of the DMC that I was missing. That was, of course, when there was a pretty big shortage in DMC floss. I know there's still a little bit of a shortage, but they were missing a few of the skeins I needed. So when I started this, I was down 6 different colors, 6 colors I just didn't have from the called for. I figured I could very easily pull from stash and just substitute on those 6 colors that I needed, because I wasn't even positive that the colors I needed were going to be colors I was going to even be stitching, since I'm not doing all of the blocks. Well, I'm sure you've guessed where this is going. The color for the border, which is the same color as the gate, was one of the 6 I was missing. So I forget what color it calls for, but I'm stitching it in DMC 3371, standard dark brown, because I own a lot of 3371, and every block that I am stitching, it does kind of lean towards the brown side a little bit, you know, the browns and the tans. And with this S'mores, I just thought this color would look really nice, and so far I love it. If I had to choose between the called for and 3371 with this fabric, I'd probably choose 3371. So anyway, that's where we're at. I'm going to continue working on this throughout the month. I don't know that I will finish this block this month, only because there is a lot of stitching. There's a lot of stitching in this house. I don't know that I'm going to stitch this block the exact way that it's calling for. For example, these little motifs in the corners, I don't think I'm stitching them. The rest of it I'm gonna stitch, but I want some open space. I like the open space, so I may leave them out or leave them till the end and just see how I feel at that point. But this piece is gonna stay in my rotation all through the month of August, and we will see how far I get. All right, the other piece that I was stitching on, you guys also saw the beginning of last week. It was Mirabilia's The Christmas Elf Fairy. It's going to look something similar to this. I am not stitching the wings because I really like the look of her without the wings. I think she looks very dainty, almost Victorian, and she's going to make a beautiful gift for my stepmom for Christmas. And the fairy wouldn't necessarily match her house that well, but the girl without the wings, that will work. So last week, you know that I was struggling with the fluffy floss, fuzzy floss. Official name is the Whisper Thread. I did not like the Whisper Thread. Fuzzy floss is its name from me. Didn't like it. It's going to be sent away for someone else to try and hopefully love. That's not me. I did get this far on her though. So try to switch this around a little bit. She is turning out just beautiful. Instead of using that fuzzy floss here, I broke out some DMC Etoile. So this is supposed to be white or blanc. It does look more silver gray, and that's just because of the tinsel. I think it's tinsel in here, but it reminds me of tinsel anyway. The part that makes it shimmer is gray, so it just kind of makes the entire thing pull a little bit gray, which for me is okay. I think that looks nice with her dress. I have no problems with that at all. And I loved Etoile. This is the first time I've ever used it. I didn't have any problems at all with the tinsel piece getting separated. It didn't make that weird auditory pulley noise that drove me crazy with the furry floss, so that was good. I think it looks nice. It looks a tiny bit fluffier, you know, it's a thicker looking floss, so it's perfect for her dress. And I don't know if it really shows the shimmer. Well, my fabric is shimmery, so there's that. But if you can see the shimmer in her hat, let's see. You can see it a little bit, but up close, it is beautiful, just beautiful. So all that is left on her are the boots, the beads, and the backstitch. The boots, beads, and backstitch, oh my, you know, the 3 B's. That is all that's left. So it's really not too much. I was gonna start working on the boots last night, but then we were doing family stuff and it didn't happen. So I don't want her to remain floating, so boots will happen today. And then there's not a whole heck of a lot of beading that happens with her. There's the beading in her hair, in the collar, and then a little bit in this tree here. The backstitch is light. It's really just her face. And then this one is done. So I really like her. This is my first Mirabilia. She's actually a really fast stitch. If I had done more stitching in the month of July, she would 100% have been done. So looking forward to seeing her done. I'll put her in a frame. It'll be a gift, but I loved it. She is stitched on Vanilla Latte hand-dyed fabrics by Stephanie, a 28 count linen opal. So really like how that's turning out. All right, those were the only 2 pieces that I worked on these last couple of weeks. And I said I was really hoping to have the Christmas fairy done, but that's life, and that's okay. It's okay, because it's now August 1st, so I have a lot of plans for August. I'll go over some of those plans with you guys today. But first, let's do haul, just because it happens to be sitting next on this giant pile next to me. My haul consists of 1 item because I am stitching from stash, or at least attempting to. I went through my numbers for last month. I give myself a $25 allowance, I guess. So because I had no finishes and because I purchased a magazine and what I'm about to show you, I'm in the hole. I'm in the hole by $3 and I think 86 cents. And the invoice hasn't come yet, but I did do a Me Please on a Facebook group, and so that's gonna come out of my budget for August. I think it was $7, so not that much, but basically I only have $10 to spend already for the month of August, and we're at August 1. So I need some finishes. That's okay. Haul. My 1 piece of haul is this beautiful, beautiful piece of silk. Brandy from BeStitchMe. You all know her, talk about her all the time. So does everybody else. She does the Friday Night Fight Night, known for fabrics. She is beginning to get into silks. And actually, I believe that she has a Silk of the Month club that just started, and I am really debating on joining because it's just so pretty and fancy floss. I'm not doing it yet, not yet. I'm holding off, I'm being good for now, but I am debating. So anyway, she is now starting to dye some silk. So she will put the silk up on the Friday Night Fight Night. I think it's on her website, and she also has the monthly silk club. This one was a pre-order, so I picked up, it is in the color Stardust. It is 50 yards, so it's a pretty big amount. I don't remember how much it was, but it's extremely reasonable. I mean, it's for this amount of silk, it's really nice. But this color, it is super variegated. but that blue and the purple and the gray, I mean, if there was yellow in here, it would be, if you substituted the purple or just added a little bit of yellow, I guess, in for the purple, then this is like Robin in a floss. It does not get any better than this to me. So I don't know what I'm going to use this for. It will go on either a piece of yellow fabric or gray fabric one day, but it's beautiful. Well worth spending some Stitch from Stash money. And that was it, my one piece of haul. Plans. We're gonna zip through this video, although I do have some exciting stuff to show you in the plans world, and I'm gonna need your help to make a choice between one start or another. So let me try to pick up this giant pile of stuff without it falling. And it didn't fall. Okay, all is well. Okay. So, plans. As I had said before, it's August 1st. So I'm trying to lay out the month, at least a little bit, I watched a video, Carolyn Seazook Stitch. She has a planner video that she put out in the last few weeks. If you haven't seen that video and you like planner videos, I will link that video below because it is fantastic. I love planning, obviously. Even if I don't follow through on the plans, I like the act of planning. And I had been looking at, you know, what's a new way to start tracking stitches, what's a new way to start setting up my plans. I did mention that I got the giant calendar for my wall, which I'm going to continue to use. But that kind of plays into what Carolyn was talking about on her planner video. So this is not the exact planner that she uses, but it's a similar layout. So I picked this up off of Amazon. It did not count for my Stitch from Stash because it is a planner and it is a tool. So on the official rules, I guess I did not have to deduct this. Not that it was expensive, but when you're not having any finishes, every little bit counts. So anyway, I picked this up. It's very basic. It's just the month, but I like that it had the lines in the month. And I like that the boxes were big enough that I could actually write, you know, each thing that I was stitching on. So here is August. Nothing is filled out yet because I haven't stitched yet. But my plan is going to be to write down on each of these blocks what I am stitching and how long I am stitching it for. Because I had no idea how long it took me to stitch anything, but I did a little bit of stitching last night and I think it took me an hour and 20 minutes and I just got that little piece of gate done. And in my mind, in an hour, I could have the whole gate completed, but clearly I'm not really all that fast. So it's very eye-opening and kind of fun just to see how far I get. So just to try it out for the month of August, I'm going to be tracking time and writing it down in this planner. So we'll see how that goes. Come September 1, I'll break it out again and hopefully that will form a good habit. I hope to be able to put something in this planner book every single day the month of August, even if it's 10 minutes in the morning before I start going to work. So we'll see how that plays out. But first plan, August 1st, I do have a little bit of a sal going with my friend Carolyn. When I saw this Mirabilia come out, Princess Eliana, you've seen her a million times, but this is her. I instantly fell in love with her dress. I actually don't love a lot of the fancy ladies. They're pretty, but they're not exactly me. But this one, I think because of all of the yellow and the yellows and the greens and the bright colors, I loved it, loved it. So right when I saw it, of course, I got with some of my stitchy friends and said, okay, are we stitching this? Who wants to stitch it with me? And it kind of just turned into, this would be a birthday month start. So I'm starting it today, August 1st, since it is birthday month. I will be stitching her on a piece of BeStitchMe fabric in the color Pale Purple. It's a 32 count Lugana. And looks like this. There's a little bit of modeling to it, but not a whole heck of a lot, which I think is great. I mean, there's enough going on with her that I wanted to keep it kind of simple. I played around with the idea of going with a gray background or a green background. 32 count seems to be my favorite fabric choice. When I was sorting all my fabric, I put them all into different boxes by count, and 32 count, the box was full. So clearly that seems to be the one that I gravitate towards the most. Because of that, I had ample colors to choose from, but I don't know, the purple just looks so nice with her, and this one is a paler purple than what they show on the picture, so I'm hoping it's not too light. I don't think it will be, and I think it'll work. So starting her today, August 1st, there is a Facebook group. It's not started by me or anyone I know. It's a Facebook group that's out there for stitching Princess Eliana. So if you are interested in stitching it, look for the Facebook group. I will be, so far I've just been kind of lurking on that group and commenting here and there when I see everyone's really pretty pieces coming out. But I'm excited because now I can post and say I'm officially starting. Woohoo. So that will happen today. Sorry for the crinkling. This one for right now is kept in the beautiful bag. My friend Anne, who is fantastic, she is a viewer of this channel, and she sent me some of these bags to try because I was in the land of Ziploc baggies and I have not had to go back to those since. So thank you, Anne, again for these. They are a lifesaver. I use these to store the projects when I'm not actively working on them. So once I get started on Princess Eliana, she will move into one of my Garan bags. All right, so I know I'm stitching on that today. I have that plan. My birthday is August 7th, so that's a Friday, and I would like to do another new start on my birthday. I know I just did 20 new starts for Mania. I swear I've had 0 finishes in like 2 months, but it's my birthday, so oh well, bring on the starts, right? I just don't know which one I want to start. So these are my options. I would love to hear your comments and your votes on which one I should start. I do try to watch your guys' comments as they come in, and I try to comment on your comment. I think I might be behind a couple of days, but for the most part, you know, I just, that's my favorite part about Flosstube, is getting to connect with everyone. So if you have a vote after you see these, let me know. 2 choices. The first one is not very Augusty at all. It's Christmassy, but, well, I'll just show you. So the first choice is a Mill Hill kit. It is part of the Winter Cheer series, and this one is Peppermint Tweet. So this guy here. The reason why this one is being considered is because, well, first of all, I thought I lost this one when I was reorganizing my room. You know, you move everything around, then you can't find anything. Well, I couldn't find this one because I really wanted to start this in July, and I couldn't find it. I found it last night. So that is part of a 4-part series, and I have the other 3 done. So flip this guy around. The other 3 are Warm and Wise, which is this owl. And then there is Marshmallow Sweet, which looks like this. I love this one. I love this bird, and I love this cup. And I love the marshmallows. How cute are those marshmallows? Anyway, the last one is Frosty Mug. So this little snowman. So I have these 3 done. It would be nice to finish the 4th one. I've gone back and forth. If you knew my old Flosstube channel, I showed these back then as well, because these have been done for some time. I talked about a couple different finishing ideas, and nothing is jumping out at me as yes, do that. So if I choose to do this one for August, these are really fast stitches. I mean, these are, I think I finished each of these in maybe 2 weeks, and that includes the beading. So they're real quick. So if I stitch this, I need to figure out how to fully finish them. So there's that. But choice number 1, Mill Hill Kit, Winter Cheer, Peppermint Tweet. If I do that, this whole thing is done, and that would be really nice. So option 1. Option 2 is super Augusty. Just making that word up, Augusty, but this is August in a kit. My husband got me this a year or 2 ago. It is a land art kit. It has the fabric, which I don't know if I would do it on this fabric or something I have in my stash. It has all of the floss. It has sunflowers. It has a bird. It's got yellow. It's beautiful. I love it. My husband got it for me for my birthday, and I don't remember if it was this last birthday or the birthday before. So it's a birthday purchase. It's August in a kit. It's yellow and a bird. So I might start this one. But I also really like the idea of finishing up that 4-pack. So I don't know. Let me know. The Christmas one, or what is this even called? This is called All Things Yellow. Yellow or Christmas? That's a choice. Let me know. I'll report back next week. I'll start one of these on my birthday. So have that plan. All right, beyond that, I've got the other cross stitch pieces I'm going to be working on this month. I'll show them to you in just a moment, but it's August 1st, and so I wanted to take a minute to talk about the new Facebook group that myself and Carolyn from Zook Stitch have created. It is officially up and running as of today, and it is the magazine monthly challenge. So if you saw our little mini collab Zoom video that I posted on both my channel and her channel, it does talk about it a little bit, but now that it's live and up and running, I figured I would show you a couple of the things that we are doing in the group. So you can find the group on Facebook. It's the magazine monthly challenge. If you want to join, there are 2 questions. You know, nobody's judging you on your answer of these questions. The questions are simply there to keep the bots away. Usually if it's a fake account or something and you try to join, if there's questions, then it's just harder for them to get through. But truly, all are welcome. Do not fret about the questions. But there are 2 of them. So if you want to join, answer the 2 questions. Both myself and Carolyn are admins, so we will let you in, and then you can start to look around. So the idea is, we all have magazines. I just looked over at my stack of magazines. They're probably just hanging out in your house or in your room, not getting as much love as we want them to. And so challenges to me make me dig into those things that have been sitting around for a long time. So every month on the magazine monthly challenge group, there will be a theme. So whatever your theme is, and then there will also be an acrostic. Now, it is 100% up to you how much you want to participate and how you want, if you choose to do the acrostic, it is up to you on how you want to make that acrostic work. You could go, each letter is the name of the chart. Each letter is something in the chart you're stitching. It could be the designer. There are no rules. There are no rules in that land. So however you want to make that work, you can make it work. There are worksheets because, planning, I like worksheets. Worksheets are available. Spoiler alert, the acrostic for September is leaves, and the theme for September is autumn fall. So some people really just wanted to do maybe one thing from a magazine, and if that's the case, then if you want to try to make it in the theme for autumn fall, then fantastic. You could use this, you could put down your theme for autumn fall, and that could be, how you're going to participate. You can create an album when you're in the Facebook group so you can see your progress and you can put up your finishes and all of that. Albums are definitely encouraged, but it's pretty simple. We have a theme, we have an acrostic. There is a file in the group because I know some people, we had some questions from some viewers saying, you know, I don't really want to dig out my whole stack of magazines every single month. And so if I at least had the theme at the beginning of the year, or you know, the beginning of the challenge for the year, you could kind of start making your choices early. So we did go ahead and list the themes so you can see the entire year's worth of themes. So from September through August, you know what your theme is going to be. We're going to release the actual acrostic on the 1st of the month before the month it starts. So hopefully that makes sense. So the acrostic for September, which is when this officially kicks off, September 1, is posted now, and that way you can start writing it down and planning and getting everything you need ready. To help with things, you know, getting it ready, Carolyn actually created this. We have a shopping stash list, so write down the floss you might need. It's in your shop, you need to shop for it, it's in your stash. Anything you might need, this is just a helpful tool. Feel free to use this every month. I will probably be using this and then printing out my acrostic to put in my planner. And then I will probably take a picture of this once it's ready to go to put in the group. So I'm super excited. I'm just excited to see what everyone is stitching and to break into these magazines. And well, I love a Facebook group, so can't go wrong there. I will link that Facebook group below in the show notes. I have a list of things to put in my show notes because I realized I forgot to put one in a couple of videos ago. So I have the list, it's ready to go. So watch for that down below. Please join. Even if you don't have a lot of magazines, you know, maybe you only have 1 or 2, or maybe magazines and small starts are just not really your thing. That's okay. I mean, you're still more than welcome if you want to just jump in and join and cheer everybody along. That's just fine too. If you don't have Facebook, if that's just not a platform that you are on, that's okay. I will still be talking about, you know, I'll say what the acrostic is around the 1st of each month, so you can still participate. If you need these, I mean, they're pretty basic, easy things, but if you want, I'm also more than happy to send you an email with them so you can participate in that way. That works as well. But the theme for September, autumn or fall. Autumn, fall-ish. And then our acrostic is leaves, L-E-A-V-E-S. I am going to be a little crazy and I am going to try to make every letter also fit in the theme. Autumn, fall is fairly vague. I mean, I have a lot of fall-ish stuff, autumn-y things, so I think it's possible. Autumn, fall in the leaves. All right, that is it for the magazine monthly challenge. I'll be planning for my starts in September. I won't really be working on anything for it just yet, obviously, because it's August. Beyond that, I plan to get some stitches done on my Long Dog sampler. This is the Pilgrim by Long Dog. You all have seen it. You all love it. There you go. Mine is being stitched on a piece of BeStitchMe fabric. The color is gray and purple. A 36 count linen. I am stitching the whole darn thing in the color Blanc or DMC white because I had, I think, 17 or 18 skeins of Blanc. So this is where I am at the beginning of August, and we will see where I finish. This is a piece that's going to stay in my rotation throughout the month. The only other piece that I know is going to stay in my rotation for August, this one is in my Garon bag. I love this bag. It is quickly becoming my very favorite. But the Bluebird Rhapsody, I want to keep working on this guy throughout the month. It's a very quick stitch as well. And well, I need some finishes. Plus, it's birds, it's green. Go. This is where I'm at. You guys saw this in my video from June. Of course, it has not come out through July because it is not Christmassy. So I'll be working on this in the month of August. I think that's it for my plans. All of those. Use my new planner, stitch a little bit every day, figure out what in the world am I going to stitch on my birthday, because don't know just yet. Princess Eliana, that begins today. Monthly magazine challenge. The Facebook group is open today. The challenge officially kicks off in September. We have that. So I think that just leaves giveaway. I went to the post office just yesterday. Friday is my day off from work. So yesterday I sent out two items to 2 different giveaway winners. One of them is going overseas, so it'll be a little while. The other one is not, so hopefully we'll have it by Monday or Tuesday. So that's exciting. Giveaway from last week was Elegant Father Christmas. Beautiful chart, looks like this. There were 14 people who used the keyword father, so that was exciting. A lot of people really liked this chart. The winner of this one is Beth Walker. So congratulations, Beth. Thank you so much for your comment and for watching my channel. Send me an email. My email address is below. It's just BirdsEyeStitches@gmail.com. But send me an email. Let me know what your address is, and this will go out on Friday. As long as I hear from you before Friday, that's when I'll send it out. So congratulations, Beth Walker. Giveaway for this week. I still had a lot of Christmas, but I did not go Christmas because it's August 1. And I love August, birthday month. Birthday brings you life. And so I chose It's a Wonderful Life. I think this may have been given to me, maybe Andrea, maybe somebody else. I think I got this in the mail. And so I knew I wouldn't probably stitch it, but I think a lot of other people might really love it. So this is by Waxing Moon Designs. It's called It's a Wonderful Life. It is very pretty. Sorry for the glare. It's an actual photograph on here. Looks like this. I will ship this anywhere in the world, so don't worry if you are not in the US, you can still enter. Keyword for this one, let's go with life. So if you would stitch this, this would look really nice in an entryway or really anywhere in your house. This would apply. But I do feel that it is a wonderful life, so I like the chart. And if you would like to stitch it, then use the word life in your comment below. As always, don't say giveaway. Please be 18 so I can get your address. I'll mail it anywhere. There's a star on it. I don't know what that's about, but that's it. Okay, I think that wraps it up. Yeah, that's all I got. So thank you so much for spending your time with me today, and I hope to see you on the Facebook group, or I hope to see you next week when I film again. Leave me a comment, say hello, and have a great day. Happy stitching, stay safe, happy August. Bye.